Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to tell you something that might hurt, but it needs to be said. Your life is not broken because of bad luck. Your life is not broken because of your parents. Your life is not broken because you don't have money. Your life is broken because you lie to yourself every single day. You lie when you say, "I'll start tomorrow." You lie when you say, "I'm just tired." You lie when you say, "I don't have time." And the worst part, you believe your own lies. So today, we're going to stop lying. We're going to look at the truth, the real truth. And the truth is going to hurt at first, but then it's going to set you free. If you're ready to hear the truth, stay with me. If you want more comfortable lies, this video is not for you. And one more thing. While you watch this, you're also improving your English. Every sentence you hear, every word you understand, you're getting better. So listen carefully, pay attention, learn both life lessons and English at the same time. If you want more videos like this, subscribe. Now let's begin. Part 1, The Moment of Truth. Let me tell you a story. There was a man, let's call him David. David was 28 years old. Every morning, David woke up at 10 a.m. He would pick up his phone, scroll for 30 minutes, then feel guilty. He would think, "Today I'll be different. Today I'll be productive." He would make coffee, sit at his desk, open his laptop. Then he would check social media. Just for 5 minutes, he told himself. 2 hours later, still scrolling. Then lunch, then more scrolling, then it's 4 p.m. He would think, "The day is already ruined. I'll start fresh tomorrow." Then dinner, then Netflix, then sleep. The next morning, same thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every single day, the same pattern. And David was not stupid. He was not lazy in his soul. He just had a broken system. And a broken system creates a broken life. One day, David's younger brother came to visit him. His brother was 24, but he had a good job, he had energy, he looked healthy. David looked at his brother and felt something painful. Shame. His younger brother was ahead of him. And David realized something that night. He realized he had been lying to himself for 3 years. 3 years of "I'll start tomorrow." 3 years gone. And nothing had changed. That night, David didn't sleep well. He kept thinking, "If I continue like this, where will I be in 5 years?" And the answer scared him. The same place, or worse. That fear was the beginning of his transformation. Because fear, real fear, creates change. Comfort kills, fear awakens. So let me ask you now. Are you like David? Do you say tomorrow every single day? Do you scroll when you should work? Do you make plans but never execute? Do you feel behind? If yes, then listen carefully. Because what I'm about to tell you can change everything. Lesson 1. Take full ownership, the harsh truth. Here's the first truth. Nobody cares about your excuses. I know that sounds harsh, but it's real. Your parents don't care. Your boss doesn't care. Life doesn't care. When you say, "I didn't have time," life doesn't stop and say, "Oh, poor you, here's more time." No. Life moves forward, and you get left behind. When you say, "My parents didn't teach me," life doesn't say, "Okay, I'll wait until you figure it out." No. Other people who also had bad parents are moving forward. And you're standing still. That's the brutal truth. But here's the good news. The moment you stop blaming, you start gaining power. Let me explain with another story. There were 2 friends, same age, same city, both had difficult childhoods. Friend A kept saying, "My life is hard because my father left us when I was young." Friend B said, "My father left us, that was painful, but now I'm an adult, and I choose what happens next. After 5 years, friend A was still complaining. Friend B had a business, a family, and peace of mind. Same starting point, different mindset. One blamed, one built. And that made all the difference. So right now, I want you to do something. Think about your biggest excuse. The one you use most often. I don't have money. I don't have time. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have connections. I'm not smart enough. Whatever it is, write it down mentally. Now ask yourself honestly, is this excuse protecting me, or is it destroying me? Because excuses feel like shields, but they're actually chains. They make you feel safe, but they keep you trapped. Real ownership sounds like this. My body is my responsibility. My income is my responsibility. My habits are my responsibility. My future is my responsibility. When you say those words and truly mean them, something changes. You stop waiting for rescue, you start building. You stop being a victim, you start being a creator. And creators have power. Let me tell you what happened to David. After that night when his brother visited, David made a decision. He said to himself, I am 28 years old. If I don't change now, I will be 35 and still living like this. That thought terrified him. So he wrote something on paper and stuck it on his wall. It said, nobody is coming to save me. I am my own rescue. Every morning he saw that sentence. And slowly his mindset changed. He stopped saying, I'll start tomorrow. He started saying, I start now. He stopped saying, I'm tired. He started saying, I'm undisciplined. He stopped blaming his past. He started building his future. This is ownership. Not talking about it, doing it. And the moment you take ownership, your life begins to move. Lesson 2. Remove distractions, the silent killer. Now let me ask you a question. How much time did you waste today? Be honest. How many hours did you spend scrolling? How many hours did you spend watching useless videos? How many hours did you spend in conversations that went nowhere? Now add those hours. Let's say 3 hours. 3 hours times 365 days equals 1,095 hours per year. That's 45 full days. 1.5 months of your life, gone every single year. Now multiply that by 5 years. 7.5 months, gone. And you wonder why you're not progressing. It's not because you're unlucky, it's because you're distracted. Let me tell you something most people don't realize. Distraction is not just about wasting time. Distraction is about losing yourself. Every time you scroll mindlessly, you're training your brain to seek easy pleasure. Every time you watch one more episode instead of working, you're teaching your brain that comfort is more important than growth. And over time, your brain becomes weak. It cannot focus. It cannot push through difficulty. It cannot delay gratification. And when your brain is weak, your life becomes weak. Let me give you a real example. There was a woman named Maria. Maria wanted to learn graphic design. She bought a course, she was excited. But every time she sat down to learn, her phone buzzed. Instagram notification, TikTok video, WhatsApp message. She would think just 5 minutes, then I'll focus. But 5 minutes became 30 minutes. 30 minutes became 2 hours. After 3 months, she had barely finished 10% of the course. She felt terrible. She thought, maybe I'm just not smart enough. But the problem was not intelligence. The problem was distraction. One day, Maria did something extreme. She deleted Instagram. She deleted TikTok. She deleted all social media apps. Her friends laughed. They said, you're overreacting. But Maria didn't care. For the next 30 days, she had 2 extra hours every day. 2 hours times 30 days equals 60 hours. In 60 hours, she finished the entire design course. She built a portfolio, she got her first client. And 6 months later, she quit her job and became a full-time designer. All because she removed distraction. Now, I'm not saying you need to delete everything. But I am saying you need to be honest. What is stealing your time? Is it social media? Is it TV shows? Is it useless group chats? Is it complaining with friends about how life is hard? Whatever it is, you need to reduce it or remove it completely. Because every hour you waste is an hour someone else is using to get ahead. And time doesn't wait for anyone. Here's what I want you to do tonight. Pick up your phone. Go to screen time settings. Look at how much time you spend on each app today. Don't lie to yourself. Look at the real numbers. Then ask yourself, if I continue like this for 5 years, where will I be? That answer will tell you everything. Lesson 3. Fix your body, the foundation of everything. Now let me tell you something you might not want to hear. You cannot build a powerful life with a weak body. Impossible. You can have the best plan, the best goals, the best intentions. But if you wake up tired every day, if you feel sluggish, if your mind is foggy, you will quit. Let me explain why. Your body and your mind are connected. When your body is weak, your mind becomes weak. When your body is strong, your mind becomes strong. It's that simple. Think about the last time you felt truly energized. Maybe after a good night's sleep, maybe after a workout, maybe after eating healthy food. How did you feel mentally? Clear, focused, motivated, strong. Now think about the last time you felt terrible. Maybe after staying up until 3 a.m., maybe after eating junk food all day, maybe after sitting for 12 hours straight. How did you feel mentally? Lazy, foggy, unmotivated, weak. Your body controls your mind. And your mind controls your decisions. And your decisions control your life. So if you want to fix your life, you must fix your body first. Let me tell you about a man named James. James was 32 years old. He worked an desk job. He would wake up at 8 a.m., drink coffee, sit at his desk, work for 8 hours, eat junk food, then watch TV, then sleep at midnight. Every day the same routine. After 2 years, James started noticing something. He felt tired all the time, even after sleeping 7 hours. He felt anxious for no reason. He felt depressed, even though nothing terrible was happening. He went to the doctor. The doctor ran tests. Everything was normal. The doctor said, "You're not sick, you're just unhealthy." James didn't understand. The doctor explained, "Your body needs movement, your body needs good food, your body needs proper sleep. Without those things, your mind suffers." James was shocked. He realized he had been treating his body like a machine. Just fuel it with coffee and junk food and expect it to work. But the body is not a machine. The body is alive and it needs care. So James made a decision. For the next 30 days, he would do 3 things. 1. Sleep by 10 p.m. every night. 2. Walk for 20 minutes every morning. 3. Eat 1 healthy meal per day. That's it, nothing extreme. Just 3 small things. After 30 days, something incredible happened. James woke up with energy. His mind felt clear. He could focus for longer. He felt less anxious. He didn't change his job. He didn't change his life situation. He just changed his body. And when his body changed, his mind changed. And when his mind changed, his life changed. This is the power of fixing your body. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a bodybuilder. I'm not saying you need a perfect diet. I'm not saying you need to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm saying you need to respect your body. Because your body is the vehicle that carries your dreams. If the vehicle is broken, you're not going anywhere. Here's what you can do starting today. 1. Sleep at the same time every night, even if it's just 30 minutes earlier than usual. 2. Move your body for 15 minutes every day. Walk, stretch, dance, just move. 3. Drink water when you wake up, before coffee, before anything else. These 3 things sound small, but small things compound. And after 30 days, you won't recognize yourself. Your energy will be different. Your mood will be different. Your confidence will be different. All because you fixed your body. Lesson 4. Build one unbreakable habit. Now let me tell you why most people fail to change. They try to change everything at once. On Monday, they say, "From today, I will wake up at 5 a.m., go to the gym, eat healthy, read for 1 hour, learn a new skill, meditate, journal, and work on my business." By Thursday, they've quit. Why? Because they tried to become a completely different person in 3 days. And that's impossible. Change doesn't work like that. Real change is slow. Real change is small. Real change is boring. But real change lasts forever. So instead of trying to fix 10 things, fix 1 thing. 1 habit that you will never break. 1 anchor that keeps you stable. Let me tell you about a woman named Sarah. Sarah was 26. She wanted to change her life. She made a huge list. Wake up early, exercise, eat healthy, read, learn coding, start a side business, meditate, journal. She was motivated. She started strong. For 5 days, she did everything. On day 6, she woke up tired. She skipped the gym. On day 7, she ate junk food. On day 8, she slept in. By day 10, she was back to her old habits. She felt like a failure. But then she learned something important. She learned about the power of 1 habit. So she made a new plan. She said, for the next 60 days, I will do only 1 thing. Every single morning, I will write for 15 minutes. That's it, nothing else. Not a big goal, not a dramatic change. Just 15 minutes of writing. Some days she wrote garbage. Some days she wrote something good. But every single day she wrote. After 60 days, something interesting happened. Sarah noticed she felt different. Not because writing changed her life, but because keeping a promise to herself changed her confidence. She proved to herself, I am the type of person who does what she says. And once you prove that to yourself, everything changes. After those 60 days, Sarah added a 2nd habit, then a 3rd. But she built them slowly, 1 at a time. And 1 year later, Sarah had transformed completely. Not because she did everything at once, but because she did 1 thing consistently. This is the secret. 1 habit never broken. That habit becomes your identity. And your identity becomes your destiny. So here's what I want you to do. Choose 1 small habit. Not big, small. Something you can do even on your worst day. Examples. Walk for 10 minutes every morning. Read 5 pages before bed. Write 3 sentences in a journal. Do 10 push-ups when you wake up. Practice English for 15 minutes. Choose 1. Then protect it like your life depends on it. Because it does. That 1 habit is not about the action. It's about the identity. When you keep that habit for 60 days, you become someone different. You become someone who keeps promises to themselves. And that person can do anything. Lesson 5. Do hard things, train your courage. Now let me tell you something uncomfortable. Your life will never improve if you keep choosing the easy option. Never. Every time you choose comfort, you become weaker. Every time you choose difficulty, you become stronger. It's that simple. Let me give you an example. You wake up, your alarm rings. You have two choices. Choice 1, snooze, stay in bed, feel warm and comfortable. Choice 2, get up, feel cold and uncomfortable. If you choose snooze, you feel good for 10 minutes. But you train your brain. Comfort is more important than commitment. If you choose to get up, you feel uncomfortable for 10 minutes. But you train your brain. I am stronger than my feelings. Over time, one person becomes weak, the other becomes strong. Same situation, different choices. Let me tell you about a man named Ahmed. Ahmed was 30 years old. He worked in sales. But Ahmed had a problem. He was afraid of rejection. Every time he had to make a difficult sales call, he would delay. He would check his emails. He would make coffee. He would organize his desk. Anything to avoid that one difficult call. And because he avoided difficult calls, he never made good sales. And because he never made good sales, he stayed stuck. One day, Ahmed's manager sat him down. The manager said, Ahmed, you're smart, you're hardworking, but you're avoiding the hard stuff. Ahmed felt embarrassed, but he knew it was true. The manager said, here's what I want you to do. Every morning, do the hardest thing first. The thing you're most afraid of, do it before anything else. Ahmed decided to try. The next morning, he came to work. Immediately, he picked up the phone. He called the most difficult client, the one he had been avoiding for 2 weeks. His hands were shaking, his heart was racing. But he made the call. The client said no. Ahmed felt terrible. But then something strange happened. He felt lighter. The thing he had been avoiding for 2 weeks was done, in 5 minutes. All that fear, all that stress, gone. And the rejection didn't kill him, he was still alive. So the next day, he did it again. Another difficult call, first thing in the morning. Again, rejection. But again, he felt lighter. After 30 days of doing this, Ahmed noticed something incredible. He was no longer afraid of rejection. Not because rejection stopped hurting, but because he had trained himself to handle it. He became stronger. And when he became stronger, his sales improved. 6 months later, Ahmed was the top salesperson in his company. Not because he was the smartest, but because he was the bravest. Courage is a skill. You train it by doing hard things. Every day. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I'm avoiding? Then do that thing first. That email you don't want to send, send it. That conversation you don't want to have it. That workout you don't want to do it. Every time you face your fear, you get stronger. Every time you avoid your fear, you get weaker. And over time, one person becomes unstoppable. The other stays stuck. Choose which one you want to be. Lesson 6. Control your mind, the inner battle. Now let me tell you about the most important battle you'll ever fight. It's not against your boss. It's not against your circumstances. It's not against other people. It's against your own mind. Your mind talks to you all day long. Most people don't notice this, but it's happening constantly. When you wake up, your mind says something. When you fail, your mind says something. When you see someone successful, your mind says something. And what your mind says determines everything. Let me show you what I mean. 2 people lose their job on the same day. Person A's mind says, I'm useless, nobody wants me, I'll never find another job, my life is over. Person B's mind says, okay, this is hard, but I've survived hard things before, I'll update my resume, I'll start applying tomorrow. Same situation, different inner voice. After 2 months, person A is still depressed. Person B has a new job. The difference was not luck. The difference was the story they told themselves. Your mind has three voices. Voice 1, the victim. This voice says, "Why does this always happen to me? Nothing ever works out. I'm just unlucky. Life is unfair." This voice makes you powerless. Voice 2, the excuse maker. This voice says, "I'll start tomorrow. I'm too tired. I don't have time. It's not the right moment." This voice makes you stuck. Voice 3, the leader. This voice says, "This is difficult, but I can handle it. What can I learn from this? Let's try again. I'm improving even if it's slow." This voice makes you powerful. Most people listen to voice 1 and voice 2, and they wonder why their life doesn't change. If you want to fix your life, you must train voice 3. Let me tell you about a woman named Lisa. Lisa was 35. She had been trying to lose weight for 5 years. Every time she tried, she would fail after 2 weeks. And every time she failed, her mind would say, "You're weak, you have no willpower, you'll never change." And Lisa believed it. So she gave up. But one day, Lisa learned about the inner voice. She realized she had been listening to the victim voice for 5 years. So she decided to change it. The next time she missed a workout, instead of thinking "I'm weak," she thought, "I missed today, that's okay. Tomorrow I'll do better." Instead of thinking "I'll never change," she thought, "I'm learning, change takes time." At first it felt fake, like she was lying to herself. But she kept doing it. And slowly her inner voice changed. After 6 months, Lisa had lost 20 pounds. Not because she found a magic diet, but because she changed her inner voice. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 7 days, pay attention to your thoughts. When something bad happens, what do you think? When you make a mistake, what do you tell yourself? When you see someone successful, what goes through your mind? Write it down. Then ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it's hurting you, change it. Not with fake positivity, but with responsible thinking. Instead of "I can't," say "This is hard, but I'm learning." Instead of "I always fail," say "I haven't succeeded yet, but I'm improving." Small change in words, massive change in life. Lesson 7. Track your progress, measure or stay stuck. Let me ask you something. Do you know exactly how you spent your time yesterday? Do you know how many hours you worked? How many hours you wasted? Most people don't. And that's a problem. Because if you don't measure, you don't improve. Let me tell you a story. There were 2 men, both wanted to save money. Man A said, "I'll try to spend less." Man B said, "I'll track every dollar I spend." After 6 months, Man A had saved nothing. He couldn't understand why. Man B had saved $3,000. The difference. Man B tracked, Man A hoped. Hope is not a strategy. Tracking is. When you track something, 3 things happen. 1. You become aware. 2. Awareness creates control. 3. Control creates results. Let me tell you about a man named Kevin. Kevin wanted to build a business. Every day he would work on his business, or so he thought. But after 3 months, nothing had happened. No sales, no progress, just frustration. Kevin felt like a failure. Then someone told him, "Track your hours." So Kevin started tracking. Every day, he wrote down exactly how many hours he worked on his business. Week 1, 6 hours total. Kevin was shocked. He thought he was working every day, but the truth was different. So he made a rule. Minimum 2 hours per day, every single day. He wrote it down, he tracked it. Some days he did 2 hours, Some days he did 4 hours. But every day, he hit the minimum. After 3 months of tracking, Kevin had worked 240 hours on his business. And those 240 hours created results. He got his first client, then his second, then his third. 1 year later, Kevin quit his job. Not because he got lucky, but because he tracked. Here's what I want you to do. Every night before you sleep, ask yourself one question. Did I win today? Not emotionally, factually. Did you do what you said you would do? Did you work on your goal? Did you avoid distractions? Give yourself a score out of 10. Be honest. If you scored 4 out of 10, write it down. If you scored 8 out of 10, write it down. Do this for 30 days. At the end, you'll see patterns. You'll see which days you're strong, which days you're weak. You'll see what works, what doesn't work. And when you see the truth, you can change. But without tracking, you're just guessing. And guessing doesn't fix lives. Data fixes lives. Lesson 8. Stop compring, kill the poison. Now I'm going to tell you about a silent killer. Something that destroys more dreams than failure ever could. Comparison. You scroll Instagram. You see someone your age with a nice car. Your brain whispers, "Why don't I have that?" You see someone with a good body. Your brain whispers, "Why do I look like this?" You see someone with a successful business. Your brain whispers, "I'm so behind." And even though you don't say it out loud, you feel it. Your motivation drops. Your confidence drops. Your energy drops. And you don't even understand why. That's the danger of comparison. It's silent, but it's deadly. Let me tell you about 2 friends, Ali and Omar. Both were 25. Both wanted to build a business. Ali would scroll LinkedIn every day. He would see people his age who were already successful. And every time he saw them, he would think, "I'm so late, I'm behind, I'll never catch up." This thought killed his motivation. He would start working, then stop, start again, then stop again. After 2 years, Ali had nothing. Omar also saw successful people. But his reaction was different. He would think, "Good for them. That shows it's possible. Now let me focus on my own work." He didn't compare, he built. After 2 years, Omar had a growing business. Same starting point, different mindset. One compared, one built. Here's the truth. You're not competing with anyone. You're not in a race with your friends. You're not trying to beat your classmates. You're only competing with one person. The person you were yesterday. That's it. If you're better than yesterday, you're winning. If you're worse than yesterday, you're losing. It's that simple. Stop looking at other people's lives. Stop measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. You don't know their story. You don't know their struggle. You don't know what they sacrificed. All you see is the result. And then you compare their result to your beginning. That's unfair to yourself. Here's what I want you to do. For the next 30 days, stop consuming. Stop scrolling LinkedIn. Stop scrolling Instagram. Not forever, just 30 days. Use that time to build instead. And watch what happens. Without comparison, you'll have more energy. Without comparison, you'll have more focus. Without comparison, you'll have more peace. And with peace, you can build. Lesson 9. Build a valuable skill, create your future. Now let me tell you something crucial. Motivation fades. Passion fades. But skill stays forever. If you want to fix your life, you need to build something inside you that nobody can take away. That thing is skill. When you have skill, you have options. When you have options, you have power. When you have power, you have freedom. Let me tell you about a young man named Yosef. Yosef was 22. He just graduated from university. He had a degree, but he had no job. He sent 50 job applications, all rejected. He felt hopeless. One day, his uncle told him something. Yosef, a degree is just paper, skill is power. Yosef didn't understand. His uncle explained. Your degree says you studied 4 years, but what can you actually do? What can you create? What problem can you solve? Yosef realized nothing. He couldn't code, he couldn't design, he couldn't write, he couldn't sell. He had knowledge but no skill. So Yosef made a decision. For the next 3 months, he would learn one skill. He chose video editing. Why? Because he liked it, and because there was demand for it. Every day, he practiced for 3 hours. He watched tutorials, he edited practice projects, he made mistakes, he improved. After 3 months, he created a portfolio. 10 sample videos showing his work. Then he started reaching out to small businesses. I can edit your videos, here's my work. The first 10 said no. The 11th said yes. It was a small project, he earned $50. But it was proof. He could do something valuable. After 6 months, Yosef was earning $2,000 per month freelancing. After 1 year, he quit looking for jobs. He became his own boss. All because he built a skill. Now let me be clear. I'm not saying everyone should become a video editor. I'm saying everyone should build a skill that creates value. Examples: writing, copywriting, content writing. Design, graphic design, UI, UX. Video editing, animation. Speaking, public speaking, teaching English. Marketing, social media, email marketing. Coding, web development, apps. Sales, closing deals, negotiation. Choose one. Not 5, not 10. 1. Then commit to it for 6 months. Learn every day. Practice every day. Create something every week. And after 6 months, you'll have something valuable. Not just knowledge. Skill. And skill changes lives. Lesson 10. Clean your environment, organize your mind. Now let me tell you something most people ignore. Your environment is training your mind every single day. If your room is messy, your mind becomes messy. If your room is clean, your mind becomes calm. This is not philosophy, this is psychology. Let me explain. Your brain hates chaos. When you see mess, your brain gets stressed, even if you don't notice it consciously. Let me tell you about a woman named Fatima. Fatima was 28, she worked from home. Her room was always messy. Clothes on the floor, dishes on the desk, papers everywhere. She would tell herself, I'll clean it this weekend. But weekend came and went, the mess stayed. And Fatima noticed something strange. She felt anxious all the time. She couldn't focus. She felt overwhelmed, even though her work was not that hard. One day, a friend visited. The friend looked around and said, How do you work in this chaos? Fatima felt embarrassed. That night, she couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about what her friend said. So at midnight, she got up and started cleaning. She cleaned for 2 hours. She threw trash, she folded clothes, she organized her desk. When she finished, she sat on her bed and looked around. For the first time in months, her room was clean. And something interesting happened. She felt lighter, like a weight had been lifted. The next morning, she woke up and felt different. Her mind was clearer. She worked for 4 hours straight without distraction. She couldn't believe it. Same work, same job, same tasks. But a clean room changed her mind. This is the power of environment. Your external space affects your internal space. If you want a calm mind, create a calm environment. Here's what I want you to do. Tonight before you sleep, clean one small area. Your desk, your bed, your wardrobe, one small area. Spend 15 minutes. Remove trash, organize items, create space. Then tomorrow, do the same with another area. In 7 days, your entire room will be clean, and your mind will feel completely different. Lesson 11. Finish what you start, close the LOOPS. Now let me tell you about a hidden form of stress. Unfinished tasks. You started a course but never finished it. You started a book but never finished it. You said you'd call someone but never did it. You said you'd clean your room but didn't. These unfinished things create guilt. Not loud guilt, silent guilt. And silent guilt is heavy. It sits in the back of your mind. And it whispers, you're the type of person who doesn't finish things. And when you believe that, you stop trusting yourself. And when you don't trust yourself, you procrastinate even more. It's a vicious cycle. Let me tell you about a man named Hassan. Hassan had 15 unfinished things. A course he bought but never finished. A book he started but abandoned at page 50. A project he started but left incomplete. Emails he needed to send but kept delaying. Every day, these things haunted him. He would think, I should finish that course. But he never did. And every day, the guilt grew. One day, Hassan made a decision. He said, I'm going to finish just one thing, just one. He chose the easiest thing, an email he had been avoiding for 2 weeks. It took him 5 minutes to write and send. When he hit send, he felt something strange. Relief. The weight of that unfinished task was gone. So the next day, he did another one. He replied to another email, 10 minutes. Done. Over 30 days, Hassan closed all 15 open loops. And something incredible happened. He felt lighter. He felt more confident. He felt like someone who finishes things. And when you feel like that, everything changes. This is the power of completion. It's not about the task itself. It's about the identity. When you finish things, you become someone who finishes. And people who finish are unstoppable. Here's my challenge to you. Make a list of everything unfinished in your life. Every task, every project, every conversation, everything. Then choose the easiest one. The one that will take less than 10 minutes. Do it today. Then tomorrow, do another one. One per day. In 30 days, you'll feel completely different. Not because you did 30 tasks, but because you proved to yourself, I am someone who finishes. Final words, the choice is yours. So here we are. I've given you 11 lessons. 11 ways to fix your life. But lessons are useless without action. You can watch this video 100 times. But if you don't do anything, nothing changes. So let me be very direct with you. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not motivation. Not luck. If your life changes, it's because you changed it. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path is comfortable. Stay the same, scroll more, complain more, blame more. That path is easy today, but painful in 5 years. The other path is uncomfortable. Take ownership, remove distractions, fix your body, build habits, do hard things. That path is hard today, but powerful in 5 years. You cannot choose both paths. You must choose one. And whatever you choose today will determine who you are in 5 years. Let me tell you one last story. There was a man who felt stuck for 5 years. Every year he would say, next year will be different. But next year came and nothing changed. Then one day he realized something. He realized that next year would never come, because next year is always 1 year away. The only time that matters is today. So he stopped waiting. He stopped planning. He stopped hopping. He started doing. And 2 years later, his life was unrecognizable. Not because something magical happened, but because he stopped waiting for magic. He became the magic. So here's my final question to you. Will you wait or will you act? Will you hope or will you build? Will you stay comfortable or will you grow? The choice is yours, and that choice will define your life. Choose wisely. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more content like this. And remember, your life is your responsibility. Nobody else's. Now go build. Your future is waiting.